I'm Lindsay, and I'm valued for my artistic experience.
What got you started on your artistic journey?
I've always been interested in art ever since I was a small child. But I think what got me really interested in art was my art teacher, Nancy Mitchell. She believed in me. She thought that I had what it took, I think. And I was kind of an outcast in high school. I was really weird. And she let me stay behind in art class. And also I had a math teacher who really believed in me. I was really, really bad at math, and she knew I was bad at math. You know, it was kind of like John's in a boat and Sally's in a field and Jesse's in a balloon, like who's gonna get there first, and I would draw it out, and she would say, "You're solving the equation to something besides this problem. Please go to the art room." So, yeah, I think I had two teachers that really believed in me, and it was cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I had a grandmother, and everybody in my family is like really into art, so I think it's always been there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. What are the different mediums that you use?
I use everything. I use paint, I use wall paint, I use charcoal, colored pencils, paper, glue. I use Kool-Aid sometimes, so that's really fun. I started using Kool-Aid when I was like really poor and I had no paint, but I had Kool-Aid for some reason. I don't even drink Kool-Aid. I don't know where the Kool-Aid came from, but I had it, and I use makeup wipes. I like the idea of like taking off the day and the mask that's left behind. I use hair. I use found objects. I collect a lot of things. Coke tabs. You'll see back here Lipton tea tabs.
Okay.
Things of paper, scrap fabrics and stuff like that.
Okay, so basically the sky's the limit with what.
The sky's the limit. I'm a trash hoarder, so I keep everything.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. Everything.
And the Kool-Aid, is it similar to watercolor? Like when you use it, is it similar to like watercolor? Or?
Sometimes, and then sometimes I just use a lot of it with very little water, and so it's like really, really saturated.
Okay.
A lot of my paintings that were in a show that I had last year incorporated a lot of the Kool-Aid, and it was really, really saturated red.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smell good.
You
get to use all the senses. You get to see it and smell it, and yeah.
I bet.
Good times.
I bet.
So here's my crazy desk. This is like half the paintbrushes I own. Yet I only paint with like 2.
So what is this right here?
This is 2 skulls and a chicken.
Huh.
And I actually painted this whenever I was dating somebody who their parents didn't care for us dating. So that was kind of unfortunate. This painting over here, this big painting, it's about Savannah.
Okay.
And there's different cemeteries and stuff like that. So it was about the ghosts and the skeletons and stuff like that, and the birds of Savannah and their different colors and things of that nature. Those things up there, I made those whenever I quit smoking.
Okay.
So that was super fun to just fold paper for like a million years.
Oh my gosh. Is that like, are those pages from a book?
Mm-hmm. And they're like this big.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that was super cool. And these are some like little fun figures that I made.
Wow, I like the eyes.
Yeah.
Wow. This almost looks like a clown. Oh my goodness.
How do you find inspiration for your creations?
Ooh, that's a good one. A lot of my inspiration comes from dreams, and a lot of my inspiration comes from superstitions, and a lot of my inspiration comes from things that I hear just from, things that are on the news, or things that I read in an article, or things that I'm talking about with friends, a breakup, something that I'm going through emotionally, things like that.
Okay, that can offer some deep stuff, some deep insights.
I like to think that I like to think that I'm on the deeper end, not so shallow.
Yeah. Okay. What do you feel sets your work apart from other artists?
Wow. Okay. Well, I think the repetitive nature that I have, and the aspect of like numbers and letters and using I use a lot of like different eyeballs. Like in my collages, I use a lot of like different kinds of like faces that are like repetitive, almost like I call them hiccups. And just the fact that like my art changes a lot. One time it's like this, and the next time it's like that. So I think that kind of sets me apart, that it's always changing. It's never the same. It's always, keeping you guessing, I think.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because this is one that I just finished. It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. I like the way I painted the outside fabric first before I cut it out and put it on there.
Okay. So what we got? It looks like I see some mathematical elements in there.
Yeah. Math is a big part of my life, even though I hate math. I find myself adding things together to find certain numbers that I feel like soothe me or make me feel comfortable. Yeah, so it's called The Devil's Chordality, and it's about someone that I dated, and it's about our specific time together, and inside jokes and different things that we shared together, all wrapped into one. And of course, everything means something, which in everything I do, everything means something. Everything's specific. And so it's all about our time together, and kind of taking what we had, and the good feelings and the bad feelings and the hurt feelings, and putting it out, and just purging of all of that into a piece and being done with it.
How do diverse cultures play a role in your creations?
I like that question. I believe that everybody is important. I believe in the empowerment of women, and I try to represent that as much as I can in my art. I don't just pick and choose different, people to represent. I try to represent like everyone. I believe that that's shown in my art. And like I said, I try to represent women as a whole, and for the empowerment of women, I think that's really important.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, there you go.
Okay.
I only got to make 400 of them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Who knows? So my friend was like, why don't you buy them? And I'm like, yeah.
So you hand make all these?
Yeah.
What's on the back? It's just, okay.
So basically what it is it's a circle. And you sew around the perimeter of the circle. And then you pull the string.
Okay. Okay.
And you do that 400 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
Yeah, totally, right?
What do you believe about the value of a living being?
I believe that everybody has the right to be here as long as you're being equal, fair, kind, and respectful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
I believe that like the world is a giant melting pot and we should all be good to ourselves, each other, and the world.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I like it. Would you like to tell us anything about your current and upcoming projects?
Yeah. So, I have a project out right now. It's about hope, and it's a book that's coming out. I'm doing it with Derek Covington Smith, and it features different artists from Mississippi. And this is actually my piece that's going to be in it.
Okay.
And it's all about hope, different stages of hope. It's not necessarily hopeful in the grand scheme of being an exciting, happy feeling, but it's not a negative feeling either. And I'm working on a big piece that is about altars and what that means. Altars that we pray at, altars that we change our minds and beings and feelings and lifestyles about. And I'm working on a lot of stuff that's little for that. A lot of little stuff to make big stuff.
Okay.
So that's exciting.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you.